Recently, funny enough, this is a kind of say a lot into a rumor-based smartphone which came a lot into weekly tech updates, and we talk a lot about this guy. This is basically the Infinix GT 10 Pro, and this is basically a budget type of gaming-based smartphone. It is good enough for the gaming-based perspective, and there are some things which needed to be talked about this guy. It's a decently good enough smartphone to get yourself onto and all this guy. Also, it's a kind of a a stylish out based design coming out from the nothing based design. Basically, the silver color is a lot inspired from the nothing. The another color, which is the Cyber Mega, it's good enough in its own way. We're gonna talk about each and everything about this guy. This is the Infinix GT 10 Pro. Basically, this is Captain DRS. You're watching krsndrs, and let's get started. Let's start off with the very important thing about the phones, which is the display. This guy is having a 6.67 inches of a 120 Hz or 900 nits of peak brightness, AMOLED panel. And this is a good enough in its own way about the gaming and perspective of the perspectives things are really good. About the camera quality and each and everything, the sharpness of the display will be really good about this guy. Also, it's a flat panel, not a curved panel, but it is good in its own way. The phone first perspective of the display is really good. However, this isn't a really narrow enough or really wide enough display, but it's a really comfortable display, has a forced lens. Talking about the operating system, then this guy is having an Android 13 out of the box with the XOS on the top of it. XOS has been really good optimized on this guy, and it is having not so much bloatwares and not so much any top of the things which we have seen around in the Infinix based smartphones. It's kind of a really nice thing, and this GT10 Pro has been really enhanced a lot into gaming. So a lot of gaming perspective based operating system based stuff has been implemented on this guy, so you will be able to find that really easily on this guy. However, but as of a perspective of a normal day user, you won't be getting always and always that gaming based UI and stuff. It's also a normal based smartphone on the other hand, so it's a kind of a nice thing. Talking about the processor, then you're going to get is the MediaTek Helio. No, it is having a MediaTek Dimensity 8050 processor. It's a 6 nanometer based of 5G processor. Mali G77 is the GPU, and it is a really good processor. A 5G and the 6 nanometer based MediaTek Dimensity 8050 has a really good score over the Antutu and really well optimized for a gaming based perspective. Talking about the battery, then this guy is having a 5000 mAh is a polyethylene battery, and inside the box you'll be getting the 45 watt of power adapter, which is having a support for a PD charging too. So if you are going around and wanted to carry that 45 for your laptop or PC or charging about that guy, then it's gonna be really nicely because it is having a support for a power delivery 3.0. Also, this guy is also having a bypass charging support, which is a nice thing when you are gaming, and if you keep the phone into the charging, it won't be going into the battery, it will be going into the motherboard and giving the motherboard power, and it won't be getting a lot of heated up, which is kind of a very nice thing. If I do have to talk about the colors again, this both the colors are looking nice. The silver color, which is known by Mira Silver, is looking a lot like a nothing phone 1 design, or you can see the nothing phone 1 2 the silver, or you can see the plain white color. Coming on with the another color, which is the cyber black, it is a kind of a lot inspired from the cyberpunk. Talking about the storage, then this is a kind of a really good option over here. They hadn't gone with the 8 to 128, some of like a 19999 is the price point, so that might be a lot of confusion. If the 8 128 is there, then the 8 256 or anything like another variant might be expensive on the other hand. But this guy is only having the one variant, which is the 8 GB RAM with the 256 GB storage, and the UFS 3.1 is the storage type. Really interesting because we have seen UFS 2.1, 2.2 a lot coming around on this range, but now 3.1 is nice. The only problem which this smartphone is having is this is the cameras, 108 megapixel triple camera, and you might be expecting that the 108 plus 8 plus 2, that's acceptable. But no, this guy is having a 108 megapixel plus 2 megapixel plus 2 megapixel. You know what are those? The 108 megapixel is a wide sensor, no IS support, but the video recording is kind of nice. 4K 30 FPS is there for this guy, which is again really hard to see on this price point. Really few smartphones are there who give the 4K 30 FPS. 1080p 30 and 60 fps both can be recorded, which is a really nice thing. Coming out from the front side, this is a 32 megapixel main sensor, which is a punch hole sensor, really tiny sensor. It's a f2.5 aperture is there in the wide sensor. 1440p at 30 fps can be recorded, which is a 2K, and also 1080p at 30 and 60 fps both can be recorded. On this guy, this is a really well balanced gaming based smartphone with a 120 Hz of display, a 6.7 inches of a big display. The 5000 mAh battery will give you a really decently enough good gaming experience. The Dimensity 8050 is there, which is again a really well balanced processor. However, if you are looking for the cameras and stuff, the 100 megapixel main sensor is good, but other sensors are really not mature. Basically, 2 megapixel macro and depth aren't that much good, but the 100 megapixel will be able to give you some of the good quality photos out if you are looking for those guys. Anyways, this phone is basically focused more onto the gaming, less onto a normal day user. But if you are more onto the gaming and wanted to experience a lot of gaming and have a eye-catching design, then this is a really good smartphone. And also the multimedia experience, the other experience such as watching videos and stuff like that will be really very good. And it is a well balanced, decently based smartphone. And I was hoping that it will be having a that curved display, but no, 8050 is there, so that might be on the expensive side. 100 megapixel main sensor, so yeah, at least they should be keeping the 8 megapixel ultra wide sensor basically if they wanted to get this series more expanded. But I hope that in future you might be able to see some more GT based smartphone, but as of now there is only one, which is this GT10 Pro. This was Captain Jaras. For more amazing content like this, you know what to do. Press the bell icon and get yourself stay tuned. I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe, stay connected. Peace out.